You can count on her for anything.
Katie's probably one of the best players we've had come through the program.
She just always pushed me to be the best player I could be, and a lot of my success comes from her as a teammate.
Hi, I'm Katie Healy, and this is my story.
There's only one Katie Healy, and it might be a while until we see another player like her. In her 5 years at John Jay, Healy etched one of the most prestigious accolades one can achieve in a career. She's a two-time CUNYAC Player of the Year, three-time CUNYAC Champion, and not to mention she's the program all-time leader in career goals and the lone bloodhound to record 100 career points. With hindsight being 2020 and the heights that the women's soccer program has seen over the last 5 years, it's easy to forget that success wasn't built overnight. Fresh off a conference semifinal loss and a young core building, John Jay hit the recruiting trail in search of an impact player.
I first remember seeing Katie play back in the spring of like 2017 of her junior year. Naturally, I first noticed like her size and her presence on the field, just that silk, fluid movement that Katie has, her creativity on and off the ball. So that's what definitely drew me in to her wanting to come to John Jay.
Well, I knew I wanted law enforcement, and obviously it's number one in the whole United States. But I know they also had started to rebuild the program. It's a good time to come. A lot of recruits coming in. The program's only going to go up from here. So I knew I was like, it's a good decision for me.
Well, I knew she was going to be a really important key to our team as a freshman, and I was a sophomore. And I remember telling Coach AJ, like, we need some help on the team. And I remember seeing Katie, and I was like, oh, she's tall. She's going to be a great player. She had her overnight. She loved it. We got along really well off the start, and I knew that we were going to build a connection on and off the field. And it obviously showed throughout our years together on John Jay.
In her first season, Healy led the squad to the CUNYAC final where they lost to CSI. But the seeds were planted, and after that defeat, John Jay would never lose another CUNYAC playoff match of her career. But let's take it back to 2019. As the top seed, tied at 1 with under 2 minutes to play in the CUNYAC championship game, Healy notched one of the biggest assists in program history when she found Kim Robledo for the game-winning goal.
That's like a moment I'll never forget. I think that's probably the best game throughout my 4 years here so far, right now. And I will never forget that moment. Just the whole atmosphere, environment, the result, and no one ever can take that away from me.
That 2019 goal will forever be, we talk about it still to this day. It's engraved in our brain, and I think that that's a memory that both of us share that we will tell our kids and our grandkids in the further years down the road, and it's a bond that I'm going to have for the rest of my life.
Coming to the 2019 season, we were just ready to conquer everything and just lead the CUNYAC conference, and we got it done. It was just amazing, and it's just amazing to see that involvement throughout the season.
After repeating as conference champions in 2021, 2022 was a year for Healy to etch her name in stone as the greatest player in program history. As the newly minted CUNYAC Player of the Year, Healy passed former teammate and current coach Kim Robledo for most career goals and picked up her 100th career point on September 24th at Mitchell College.
I do remember I had one more goal going into the game. I was tied with Kim at that moment. And then I saw the goal was like open, so I was like, let me just shoot it right now and get it over with. But like I'll never forget this moment when Kim was just waiting for me on the sideline, give her a big hug. Like not many people can say they beat their best friend's record. So it's a very special moment I'll never forget, and appreciate for always having Kim by my side.
Of course, it was only fitting that Healy led the Bloodhounds to one more CUNYAC title. Her assist on Michaela Schock's goal in the 23rd minute was enough to give the Bloodhounds the three-peat and clinch another spot in the NCAA tournament.
Every year was bittersweet, and every year I feel like the feeling got better. So just to go out one more last time with the championship feels amazing.
But that's a success that Healy's had on the pitch. Off the field, Healy is an academic All-American and district honoree and puts the student in student athlete.
I'd say it's a lot of balancing the two, but my priority is always academics. So when I do have my off days, believe it or not, I always just take advantage of that and just always get my homework done for the week, or my papers, whatever. And just, again, academics always came first, always will come first. So that was just a big part of it. Mostly my mom, because again, I would not be here without her. You know, in the beginning, with the whole recruiting process, like getting me there to practice games, travel games, tournaments, while doing a whole full-time job running our household. Yeah, I would not be here without her. Huge thanks to her, always supporting me every day.
So with her soccer career in the books, what would current Katie Healy tell her younger self?
You're going to meet your best friends of a lifetime. You're going to have the best memories for the rest of your time, and just always follow your heart and just go out there and play your hardest.